Exodus chapter 11, verse 1 to 10. Verse 1. Now the Lord had said to Moses, I will bring one more plague to Pharaoh and on Egypt. After that, he will let you go from here. And when he does, he will drive you out completely. Verse 2. Tell the people that men and women alike are to ask their neighbors for articles of silver and gold. Verse 3. The Lord made the Egyptians favorably disposed toward the people, and Moses himself was highly regarded in Egypt by Pharaoh's official and by the people. Verse 4. So Moses said, This is what the Lord says, about midnight I will go throughout Egypt. Verse 5. Every firstborn son in Egypt will die, from the firstborn son of Pharaoh who sits on the throne, to the firstborn son of the female slave who is at her handmill, at all the firstborns of the cattle as well. Verse 6. There will be loud wailing throughout Egypt, worse than there has ever been or ever will be again. Verse 7. But among the Israelites not a dog will bark at any person or animal. Then you will know that the Lord makes a distinction between Egypt and Israel. Verse 8. All these officials of yours will come to me, bowing down before me and saying, Go, you and all the peoples who follow you, after that I will leave. Then Moses, hot with anger, left Pharaoh. Verse 9. The Lord had said to Moses, Pharaoh will refuse to listen to you, so that my wonders may be multiplied in Egypt. Verse 10. Moses and Aaron performs all these wonders before Pharaoh, but the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let the Israelites go out of his country. Exodus chapter 12, verse 1 to 51. Verse 1. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron in Egypt. Verse 2. This month is to be for you the first month of the year. Verse 3. Tell the whole community of Israel that on the 10th day of this month, each man is to take a lamb for his family, one for each household. Verse 4. If any household is too small for a whole lamb, they must share one with their nearest neighbor, having taken into account the number of people there are. You are to determine the amount of lamb needed in accordance with what each person will eat. Verse 5. The animals you choose must be year-old males without defect, and you may take them from the sheep or the goats. Verse 6. Take care of them until the 14th day of the month, when all the members of the community of Israel must slaughter them at twilight. Verse 7. Then they are to take some of the blood and put it on the sides and tops of the door frames of the houses where they are eat the lambs. Verse 8. That same night they are to eat the meat roasted over the fire, along with bitter herbs and bread made without yeast. Verse 9. Do not eat the meat raw or boiled in water, but roast it over a fire, with the head, legs, and internal organs. Verse 10. Do not leave any of it till morning. If some is left till morning, you must burn it. Verse 11. This is how you are to eat it, with your cloak tucked into your belt, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand. Eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. Verse 12. On that same night I will pass through Egypt and strike down every firstborn of both people and animals, and I will bring judgment on all gods of Egypt. I am the Lord. Verse 13. The blood will be a sign for you on the houses where you are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you. No destructive plague will touch you when I strike Egypt. Verse 14. This is a day you are to commemorate. For the generations to come, you shall celebrate it as a festival to the Lord, a lasting ordinance. Verse 15. For 7 days you are to eat bread made without yeast. On the first day, remove the yeast from your houses. For whoever eats anything with yeast in it from the first day through the 7th must be cut off from Israel. Verse 16. On the first day hold a sacred assembly, and another one on the seventh day. Do not work at all on these days, except to prepare food for everyone to eat. That is all you may do. Verse 17. Celebrate the festival of unleavened bread, because it was on this very day that I brought your divisions out of Egypt. Celebrate this day as a lasting ordinance for the generations to come. Verse 18. In the first month you are to eat bread made without yeast, from the evening of the 14th day until the evening of the 21st day. Verse 19. For 7 days no yeast is to be found in your houses, and anyone, whether foreigner or native born, who eats anything with yeast in it must be cut off from the community of Israel. Verse 20. Eat nothing made with yeast. Wherever you live, you must eat unleavened bread. Verse 21. Then Moses summoned all the elders of Israel and said to them, Go at once and select the animals for your families and slaughter the Passover lamb. Verse 22. Take a bunch of hyssop, dip it into the bloods in the basins, and put some of the blood on the top and on both sides of the doorframe. None of you shall go out of the door of your house until morning. Verse 23. When the Lord goes through the lands to strike down the Egyptians, he will see the blood on the top and sides of the doorframes and will pass over that doorway. And he will not permit the destroyers to enter your houses and strike you down. Verse 24. Obey these instructions as a lasting ordinance for you and your descendants. Verse 25. When you enter the lands that the Lord will give you as he promised, observe this ceremony. Verse 26. And when your children ask you, what does this ceremony mean to you? Verse 27. Then tell them, it is the Passover sacrifice to the Lord, who passed over the houses of the Israelites in Egypt and spared our homes when he struck down the Egyptians. Then the people bowed down and worshiped. Verse 28. The Israelites did just what the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron. Verse 29. At midnight the Lord struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh, who sat on the throne, to the firstborns of the prisoner, who sat in the dungeon, and the firstborns of all the livestock as well. Verse 30. Pharaoh and all his officials and all the Egyptians got up during the night, and there was loud wailing in Egypt, for there was not a house without someone dead. Verse 31. During the night Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and said, Up, leave my people, you and the Israelites. Go, worship the Lord as you have requested. Verse 32. Take your flocks and herds, as you have said, and go, and also bless me. Verse 33. The Egyptians urged the people to hurry and leave the country, for otherwise, they said, we will all die. Verse 34. So the people took their dough before the yeast was added, and carried it on their shoulders in kneading trough wrapped in clothing. Verse 35. The Israelites did as Moses instructed and asked the Egyptians for articles of silver and gold and for clothing. Verse 36. The Lord had made the Egyptians favorably disposed toward the people, and they gave them what they asked for, so they plundered the Egyptians. Verse 37. The Israelites journeyed from Ramesses to Succoth. There were about 600,000 men on foot, besides women and children. Verse 38. Many people went up with them, and also large droves of livestock, both flocks and herds. Verse 39. When the dough of the Israelites had brought from Egypt, they baked loaves of unleavened bread. The dough was without yeast because they had been driven out of Egypt and did not have time to prepare food for themselves. Verse 40. Now the length of time the Israelites people lived in Egypt was 430 years. Verse 41. At the ends of the 430 years, to the very day, all the Lord's divisions left Egypt. Verse 42. Because the Lord kept vigils that nights to bring them out of Egypt. On these nights all the Israelites are to keep vigils to honor the Lord for the generations to come. Verse 43. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, These are the regulations for the Passover meal. No foreigner may eat it. Verse 44. Any slave you have bought may eat it after you have circumcised him. Verse 45. But a temporary resident or a hired worker may not eat it. Verse 46. It must be eaten inside the house. Take none of the meat outside the house. Do not break any of the bones. Verse 47. The whole community of Israel must celebrate it. Verse 48. A foreigner residing among you who wants to celebrate the Lord's Passover must have all the males in his household circumcised. Then he may take part like one born in the land. No uncircumcised males may eat it. Verse 49. The same law applies both to the native-born and to the foreigner residing among you. Verse 50. All the Israelites did just what the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron. Verse 51. And on the very day the Lord brought the Israelites out of Egypt by their divisions,